Hello, Sonoma County. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you here today. Are you thinking about making a move to Petaluma, California? What does that price point look like if you are making a move into this area? What kind of house can you expect to purchase? Depending on where you're coming from, our $1 million price points might look a little scary, but don't worry, you can get nice houses under the $1 million mark and some really stunning properties over the $1 million mark. Petaluma is a very desirable location, and we're gonna get into all the reasons why in just a moment. But first, I'm Morgan DeVincenzi with Sullivan Group Real Estate, and we help people move into, out of, and all around Sonoma County every single year. So if you're thinking of making that move, researching our location, trying to figure out which path to go, just reach out. We'll love to have that conversation with you, help educate you on our area, provide some resources, and put a great plan in place to call Sonoma County your new home sweet home. So why Petaluma? First of all, it is so charming. Oh my gosh, the downtown, the historic buildings, the farm-to-table food, the local restaurants, the farmers markets, the community event. It has 9 of the entire state of California's top 30 schools, and 9 of them are in Petaluma. Can you believe that? So there's so many different reasons to make a move to Petaluma, and one of the main reasons we have a lot of people relocating to the city of Petaluma specifically is the commutability from Petaluma back into the Bay Area. Petaluma is the southernmost city in Sonoma County. It sits just 40 miles from the Golden Gate Bridge. And from Petaluma, you're less than an hour to San Francisco, the East Bay. You can get to Sacramento in under 2 hours. And of course, you can get to the coast and enjoy an afternoon on the ocean if it's not so much of a commute necessity for you. So you may be moving to Petaluma for one of these reasons. All of these reasons are reasons that are completely year-round. But it's important to understand what the different price points in Petaluma are going to get you when you make that move. It's going to factor into what your new lifestyle is going to look like, and we can help kind of guide what that best option is. Maybe Petaluma really is the right fit, or maybe some of the other surrounding towns might give you a little more bang for your buck or a little bit more of what you're looking for, and we'll help you guide that as well. So let's dive into 6 different properties from lower price point all the way up to some pretty luxury price points to show you exactly what you're going to get in Petaluma, California. Let's go. We're starting this off with actually a twofer. There was 2 properties recently sold at exactly $540,000, one on the east side, one on the west side, totally different style properties, but again shows you that in that $500,000 price point, you will have options. So the first property of the 2, again, sold at $540,000, is a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1,169 square feet townhome in the east side of Petaluma. This community is super desirable, super safe, nice and tucked into a greater neighborhood setting. You're minutes from grocery stores, hardware stores, gyms, parks, restaurants, everything that you're gonna want, but it's very quiet and secluded once you're in your own little community and neighborhood. This property itself has hardwood floors throughout all the living spaces, a new carpet in the bedrooms, kind of open ceiling feelings. The kitchen was really beautiful. It had been updated, somewhat in the more recent years, and had some glass front cabinets and extra lighting in the cabinets and underneath the cabinets and nice countertops, and had a really nice flow, a gas fireplace in the living room, and then you had a very nice kind of patio off the kitchen and eating area. And then you also get a 1-car detached garage for obviously parking needs as well as storage needs. So a lot of opportunity there to be in a nice community, walking distance to a couple of the nice schools even, and then shopping and all the different needs around you. All right, the next one, also selling for $540,000, is now going to be on the west side of town. The west side of town kind of typically has a little bit more of a historic charm in the neighborhoods and property styles. And this property is one of the 1940s adorable bungalows that has remained, so it technically is a single family home. This property was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 560 square feet on its own lot, so not attached to any other properties. It's so nice to kind of have that freedom of space, even though the home might be a little smaller. There is a garage or shop kind of space on the property as well to utilize, whether you park in it, use that for storage, use that for a workshop, or finish that out and make make some more living space possibly. The home for $540,000, I know you're thinking a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It had new windows, new flooring, new countertops, new cabinets, new HVAC, new electrical. I mean, it was totally revamped. I mean, someone came in and really lovingly updated the entire home. And so while it is a smaller home, you get a fully updated property, single family home style with a detached garage shop type situation, and only for $540,000. So 2 really good opportunities, one more the townhome route, one more the single family home route, and still pretty good bang for your buck to be in the coveted city of Petaluma. Bumping up to the next price category, this property sold for $740,000 and is actually a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home sitting on about a 6,000 square foot lot. So you get that nice kind of neighborhood feel of the front yard, and you got a nice spacious backyard. It's a kind of a 1960s bungalow style as well. It sits on the east side of town in the more central area of Petaluma itself. So again, you're minutes to shopping, minutes to Highway 101, minutes to the SRJC Petaluma campus, all the schools, whatever you're looking for. This property was so cute. You can tell the people that previously owned it really loved living there. They made some very nice updates. There was a newer roof, there was new paint on the exterior, there was hard floors on the interior. The kitchen had granite countertops and updated cabinets. And then when you go out to that backyard, there was a beautiful stamped concrete patio, and you can't miss the chicken coop because that's so Petaluma. But for $740,000, you're in a nice central location, a cute, charming little neighborhood, 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. I mean, so you can move a family, that's a family size home, a family into Petaluma, and for $740,000, be able to afford a pretty nice property that's move-in ready. All right, moving on up in price again, the next property sold for just over $1.1 million. That sounds like a lot of money, but what do you get for that price point? This home is situated also on the east side of Petaluma, tucked back in a neighborhood at the end of a court, so you kind of get one of those big pie-shaped lot sizes. This one was just about 7,000 square feet of a lot size, and it has a 3-car garage. You get this huge driveway, plus some kind of like side parking, maybe a boat or an RV could go there potentially. The home itself was over 2,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, really lovely updates throughout, kind of a more modern look to it. Hard floors, open kitchen, there's 2 living spaces. It really is what you would expect for the $1 million+ price point in Petaluma. And then you go out to that backyard and your options are endless of how you want to use that space. Put in a pool, let the kids have a trampoline, have some patio space, some lawn space. I mean, a lot of opportunity there. And again, this property was situated on the east side of Petaluma in a nice neighborhood, and I would say no more than 7 minutes to all your grocery shopping, schools, gym. So Petaluma, those central neighborhoods where some of these price point homes are going to be a very convenient location, because when you need a big family home, that usually means you're driving back and forth a lot through the day, and these locations are going to be ideal for that. All right, another jump in price to $1.4 million. What does that get here in Petaluma? Well, that gets kind of a lot. So we're going to jump to the west side of Petaluma. There's some beautiful rural areas, and this home is situated right in the middle of it. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 892 square feet, so a little bit cozier home, built in the 1950s, but it was pretty much taken down to studs. Everything was redone. The electrical, the drywall, the kitchens, the baths, the floors, the lighting. I mean, it really is beautiful. And I mean, they did a really, really nice job in the finishes and the style that they chose. In addition to the main house, you also get a 24 by 50 foot pole barn with water, electrical, and roll-up doors. You get a concrete pad, you get RV parking with hookups, and the septic has just recently been updated with a 2,300 gallon tank. I mean, for a rural property to roll right in, have a beautiful home to move into, have your shop, garage, RV storage, whatever you want to use that for, with all the utilities already hooked up, is kind of a dream come true. Because a lot of these properties in this West Petaluma area, they're beautiful properties, don't get me wrong, but moving into them usually is going to be a little bit of a project to bring it up to speed. So for under $1.5 million to have over a 1/4 acre and all of this to enjoy, enjoy from day one is actually a pretty good value. All right, last but not least for today, we are at $2,375,000 in Petaluma. What does that get you? This property is a 2-bedroom plus a den library, 3-bathroom on 4.4 acres. This property is really something to see. This property was lovingly updated. It was only built in 1997 by a very well-known architect, and the new owners that took over of the property that recently then sold it, they made a ton of updates, expanded upon the property, adjusted the original bedroom to add the den and then bathrooms, and there's a 2-car garage. And then above the garage, they added another bonus area with a half bath, so that could potentially be guest quarters or another office or something along those lines. So lots of opportunity there, and the style of the home is just absolutely stunning. It kind of gives those rural Petaluma feels. The grounds themselves, you have Chardonnay vineyards, a resort-like pool, a very high-yielding well that takes care of all the grounds property, an orchard and garden that produces a ton of fruit and vegetables, and you could practically live off your own property. This West Petaluma property is exactly what a lot of people are looking for when they move to the outskirts of Petaluma, looking for something private and serene and a small little farm feel to call their own. 6 properties across Petaluma, all different styles. And Petaluma really does have a ton of different property styles, from brand new modern builds and subdivisions to these sprawling farm estates. There's Victorian and bungalow type properties if you're into the vintage vibes. Whatever you're looking for, Petaluma does really have. They also have some great townhome and condo communities like the first property that we talked about. So depending on where you're coming from, what your lifestyle is, what you need space for, there's something for everyone in Petaluma, and we'd love to help you find it. So I hope you found this helpful. Hope it helped you gauge a little bit of what Petaluma can offer. And when looking at all these different price points, it is helpful to remember that in Sonoma County as a whole, our average price for a home sold is about $825,000 plus. So to get a single family home with 4 bedrooms and 2 baths for $740, like we talked about, not too bad. And then to get a huge home with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a giant backyard and a 3-car garage for just over $1 million, you're looking pretty good for all over Sonoma County, and you get to be in one of the most desirable places in all of Northern California. So absolutely reach out, would love to help. Info's here on the screen, my phone number, my email. You'll get me every time. Shoot me a text, give me a call. Let's chat about what your goals are, whether it's this year, next year, or you're just kind of trying to figure it out and need some help. I'm your girl. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for tuning in.